Hi, join me as we explore USD, an open scene description from Pixar for creating and rendering virtual worlds. OpenUSD.org describes USD, short for Universal Scene Description, as an open-source, high-performance, extensible software platform for collaboratively constructing animated 3D scenes designed to meet the needs of large-scale film and visual effects production. Well, that's quite a definition. So what is USD to me, and why am I interested? I want to create an animated cartoon series. USD allows me to create the scene, the buildings, the furniture, the foliage and trees and bushes, and assemble them into a scene for the backdrop of creating these animated movies. It's also got support for dropping in characters, controlling their animation, and then rendering this all out. So it was devised by Pixar initially, and they use it extensively for creating all their movies. Many other people are now using it as well. Now, if you try searching for USD and doing a Google search, one tip is to always include Pixar with the name, because guess what? USD stands for something else. US dollars. So what's different about USD? Well, USD is more than just a file format. You don't just create one file with USD, you actually create a rich set of files that work together to build up a complete scene description. You can imagine, as a simple example, is you've got your assets, like your trees and your bushes and so forth, and you want to add them to a scene. But it's more than that. You can then build different locations for different shots. You can rearrange the furniture, and it's got a lot of support for reusing these assets and combining them in novel and interesting ways. And it's having these multiple files that really gives you a particular power. Now, USD is not a file format in the description above. It was more talking about as a software platform. Well, really it's both. They have a file format for saving the data, but there is also a software, open source software written in Python that you can use to actually read, manipulate, and write back these files. So you can have complete programmatic control over them. Like if you're using Photoshop, you'd have a PSD file, and if you want to write a program to manipulate it, well, you need to find a library that can read and manipulate them. USD comes with libraries, and they intend for people to open it up and do special custom bits of code to it. And that sort of scripting makes it really useful to me. A whole lot of the features are in it really were designed for supporting very large organizations. If you think of Pixar, they've got multiple teams working concurrently. One team would be responsible for lighting, another is responsible for character design, another one's responsible for animation. And so a lot of the reason that USD came about was to help these teams work collaboratively. Now, I'm just going to be using it on my own, so I won't get maybe all the benefits, but it's quickly emerging as a standard format. And so I can have content that's captured in USD. I can import that content into a number of different platforms and rendering platforms, so it makes my content more platform independent. USD is also being used in a number of other projects. There's robotics projects going on. You can use it for architecture and visualization of a building on a landscape. Apple are using it for their AR experiences. So it is being used for a lot more, and the whole area of the metaverse. And I'm going to particularly be looking at NVIDIA Omniverse for the toolchain for manipulating USD files. And what their goal is, the way I say it, is they're trying to set up standards so you can get much better interchange of 3D assets and have them visually appealing and high quality, but ship it between tools and toolchains. And so they're building the building blocks of a potential future world where you can actually interchange these objects much better between environments. Now, I said one of my goals that I frequently talk about is to create an animated cartoon series, and I want to publish it on YouTube. Well, the truth of it really is I'm probably doing this more just to geek out. I really enjoy the technology and learning it. And these tools are free. You can get your hands on. You can get write some code with them as well on small projects. And so it's actually just a lot of fun. I hope you join me on this journey as we dive into USD.